Networks. Visible or invisible. Natural or man-made. Networks never sleep. Each is a unified system, created for a purpose. One purpose is communication. For half a century, Telecom Canada, comprising the 9 major telecommunications carriers from coast to coast and Telesat Canada, has designed, built, and operated communications networks. Networks capable of overcoming the problems of rugged terrain, vast distances, and multiple time zones. Today, networks are rapidly evolving to meet the various needs of data users. High-volume capacity, accuracy, speed, and 24-hour reliability are indispensable. Telecom Canada is now the prime mover of data in Canada, employing many hundreds of specialists from St. John's to Victoria to innovate, install, and manage the country's data networks. Telecom Canada is committed to giving Canadians versatile and efficient network power at low cost, and also to provide Canada access to and from data systems around the world. But as the demands of individual and corporate users intensify, it is more urgent that supervision and management of data networks be carried out with greater precision than ever before. That is why Telecom Canada created the National Data Control Centre, the nerve center of the networks. From here, we monitor and control Canada's 2 premier data networks, DataRoute and DataPack. DataRoute, introduced in 1973, was Canada's first commercially available nationwide digital transmission network. It was a world first as well. DataRoute was launched with 11 data-serving areas covering 11 cities across the country. 5 years later, it had evolved into a network covering 39 cities. And since then, it has grown to more than 82 serving areas, providing transmission facilities to hundreds of customers from all walks of corporate life. DataRoute provides low-cost, highly accurate point-to-point digital service for heavy volume users, typically those who require bulk transfer operations on a 24-hour basis. In this dedicated private line environment, the network supports synchronous and asynchronous services at a variety of speeds. DataRoute is still the backbone of Telecom Canada's operations, and also the basic transport medium for our second major network, DataPack. During the latter part of the 70s, as computer power grew and the costs of technology decreased, it became clear that many more users would want access to the networks. But to accommodate the increased demand, new efficiencies of transmission were also required. The answer to those needs was DataPack. Created by Telecom Canada in 1977, it was Canada's first packet-switched network, and the first in the world operating commercially. The DataPack network began with 4 SL10 digital switches developed in Canada and built by Northern Telecom. At the outset, these switches provided services to the major centers of population and industry. Since then, the network has expanded, not only in size and number of services nationally, but has also opened up international data access routes. to the United States through the Telenet and TimeNet networks, to Hawaii via DASNet, and to other nations through the Teleglobe gateways. International as well as national packet switch data communications have only been possible because of the adoption of a common protocol or language which allows business machines, terminals, and computers to communicate with each other. And Telecom Canada was instrumental in the development and acceptance of such a protocol. Known as X25, this protocol is a key element in DataPack, thus making the network truly flexible for a growing universe of Canadian users. In packet switching, there is no permanent physical link between communicating devices. From a network point of view, this means that expensive facilities are being used only when they are actually required. From the user's standpoint, he pays only for the amount of data he transmits and not for expensive private line facilities. The result? Lower costs to users, more reliable network service, wider variety of applications, and greater availability of network facilities. DataPack is another example of how computer usage has advanced through network innovations. Users both large and small now have a choice of network options, and the networks operate with greater efficiency than ever before. As with the data route network, DataPack is in a constant state of growth and development. The network is a dynamic entity, adaptable to both current and future requirements and applications. The key to its operation is that it is software controlled and programmable, allowing its operating intelligence to be modified and updated as conditions demand. And as more customers demand more data services, it becomes more important than ever for us to keep their data flowing smoothly around the clock. How do we at the National Data Control Center do this? In general terms, through active surveillance and control.
Hi, Ron. Yeah, this is Jerry, NDNC in Ottawa. I show a major on the 9 DFA, Toronto-Winnipeg.
Surveillance means keeping a constant watch on the networks as a whole, monitoring the status of every system and switch within data route and DataPack. Control means action, whether in the implementation of a new piece of equipment or in responding to and correcting a crisis situation.
Could you give me a call back when he's got that clear so I can verify that this major is not valid?
It also means providing high-level technical support to the data route and DataPack technicians in the field, wherever they are in Canada. Here at the National Data Control Center, skilled technicians, supported by technical support managers, monitor and control the networks 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. To help us do our job, we have a number of important tools. Since our primary job is to monitor the networks in place today, our staff has separate responsibilities for data route and DataPack. There are three main objectives with respect to data route: to maintain constant surveillance in real time, to provide real-time information on the status of the network, and to measure and analyze system performance. The primary tool used in meeting these objectives is an alarm network